It is 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. It's about 4:09 to be exactly on the T. And I'm telling you, it is 4:09 because I'm looking at the time as we speak. I miss you guys this morning and I'm trying to rest just a little bit. Tanya Rogers, I'm trying to rest just a little bit, and I know that I don't rest because when you have the type of brain that some of us have, resting is something that we just don't do well. Elizabeth Kelly, it's good to see you. Tanya Rogers yet again just went up and said hello. Chastity is saying hello. Kayla, Solo Dolo, I like that name, Mo. God bless you. God bless you. Cornelia Payne is saying hello. Kiki, hated by some, loved by many. I love you too. God bless you, Quana Boo Brown. Love you, Minister Stefanetta. God bless you. Jessica Wiggins going up the timeline. Frederica Woods is saying hello. Janelle M. Frazier, what's going on? Keisha La Veta, hello, how are you? Leary, God bless you. Minister Leary just went up the timeline. God bless you. Miss Taylor, AJ Taylor. The Re-Warrior just went up the timeline. God bless you. Ava Harris. And those that can catch me now, good. Felicia, bye Felicia. Felicia Everett just went up the timeline. God bless you. Jamel Unique. God bless you. Aromatherapy. Good to see you. I ain't forget about you, Valerie. God bless you. How you doing? Hey, MJJJJ. It's good to see you all. Latanya Thompson, I miss seeing you. Sweetness. Stacy just went up the timeline. God bless you all. Misha, thank you so much for those amazing cupcakes yesterday. They were dynamically good. If you ever see her food truck, you need to just run on downtown Charlotte and just buy all her goodies. One thing about Misha will put weight on you. So if you fast and if you're trying to diet, it is not the mind of Christ, because everything that comes off that food truck is good. Matter of fact, I need another one of those cakes that you made, those honey bun cakes. Listen, Valerie Johnson, good to see you. Ruth Anthony. Shane Duran, get some rest. Don't know what that is. My mama-in-law just went up the timeline. We want to say congratulations to Quee Mariah. Or Quee. Our daughter had a baby this weekend. That's right. And she is beautiful. Charisse. You got to say it with your tongue, girl. Charisse. And so we thank God. She is so beautiful. Her and Malik had the most amazing, beautiful baby, bouncing girl. Mother Cece, God bless you. Someone said, I got my Harriet. I wasn't going to say nothing. But since you put it out there, Harriet said, I got my 2023 She VIP ticket. Eddie, what's going on? Yeah. I wasn't going to say nothing, Harriet, but since you put it out there for everybody to know that they can register right now for She Favor 2023, thanks, Harriet. Thank you very much. Thank you for the 11 people that already registered for She VIP in 2023 coming to the Queen City. She VIP at the Queen City coming in 2023. That's right. I can't with y'all, but I love you. God bless you. How are you, Sheree Mosley? God bless you. How you doing? So here we go. Someone said, she's adorable, isn't she? So I want to have a dialogue with you. Really, Minister Stephanie, you're going to put that up there like that? Y'all on y'all's own at this point because I wasn't even going to announce it yet, but since y'all beat me to it. I'm praying for you. Someone said they just lost their mother, Maurice Agape. We're praying for you. Minister Stephanie, can you get Maurice Agape? Just lost his mother. We're praying for him. So this is what it is. Lee Jailer is saying, good afternoon, Pastor and the CCM family. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Happy birthday, Kiosha. She's celebrating a birthday. And happy birthday to everyone that's celebrating a birthday. Testimony time. Jamar is home. God is doing so many things. And there's so much that I've got to put up here concerning the testimonies for She Favor. Someone said, I got to go register now. Yep. You may as well, Sheila. You just may as well just say I'm going to be a vendor again. So I want to have a dialogue with you about something that is a problem. And we're looking at the world across the nation now with this whole violence that's hitting the nation. It's not just in America. It's now over in Nigeria. And so we want to talk about that. But I want you to think. Now, have you ever called a call center? If you've ever called a call center, anyone that is called a call center, I want you to do this. Give a thumbs up. So we've got almost 1,000 people who are on here. If you've ever called a call center give a thumbs up. So if you're on here and you have called the call center, or you work at a call center, hello Alabama, we're praying for Philly, we're praying for all over the world. Okay, so I need, if anyone is in Congress, because I have the kind of audience that a lot of people, Quisha, Q, we need to talk today. And so if you're Congress, because so many people, councilmen and women, the government at large, people are on here. You really don't know who listens to me. Y'all just need to hurry up and give me my reality show and get it over with. But back to what I was saying. Since you have called a call center, or you even work at a call center, you know what it is to be handled a certain way. I need y'all to think about something. Einstein said something, and he almost had a prediction about what we're dealing with as a universal language called humanity. Watch this. Einstein said something. He said technology and humanity. See, I'm not your average pastor. I'm very different. I love knowledge. In fact, I crave for it. Watch this. Einstein said this. We are getting more smarter, or are we just getting more dependent? Are we getting more smarter, or are we getting, someone said, I just, look, see, I'm in the vein. Andrea Union said, I just called a call center and the lady was just so rude. So now that everybody's called the call center, she confirmed that I'm already in the vein. Give me angry faces. Those of you who dealt with the call center and they're just very rude, nasty. Watch this. So this is what he said. He said, I fear, this is Einstein's quote. This is nothing that I've concocted or conjured up myself. I'm reading a quote from Einstein. So watch this. Almost 1,000 people. You see these angry emoji faces? These are people who have experienced the same rudeness that Union just said, that they were very rude. Now watch this. Einstein said this, and I quote, I fear the day when technology overlaps with our humanity. The world will only have a generation of, the word he used was idiots. Now, this is a quote that I'm reading. See, I'm reading a quote from Einstein. And so he is saying this because he realizes that something is going to happen that is going to take away our humanity. And so now you go into a place where you cannot get the connection that you need to make us human. Someone said, come on, Jesus. Okay, Shanta Martin, I'm getting somewhere. We are not designed to be pushed away. We're not designed to be ostracized. We're not designed for being robotic, but we're definitely not designed to be treated in a way that is inhumane. This society now has pushed humanity aside and now love the love of technology. Now hold on. Now I'm not saying that it's all bad. I'm saying that we've got to kind of create a balance between what we need and what we desire. You call a call center, watch this, and you become very irate and angry because they don't care. They push you into a system and they push you into a queue and nobody comes back to you. Bars. You know what happens? That's right. Love and connection. Thank you, Mrs. Sistisha Mitchell. Love has left the earth. Love has left the earth because now people don't want to connect with you. So we're living in a heartless, cold society because what happens is technology has overrode our humanity. You look at people now in the call center and they don't want to talk to you. You have problems. Everybody does. You can't even get people to come to the phone. They just keep pushing you into a queue. They even want you to figure it out yourself, right? They're pushing everybody to technology. You can't even, I don't eat McDonald's anymore, but you can't even go to McDonald's and make an order. They push you to a screen. People are losing their jobs because of technology. So now there's no balance in the nation and everybody's angry. So you know what happens? You're already in a lot of pain. You're going, oh, I'm getting there, baby. I'm going there, Valerie. Hold on. You're in a lot of pain and you're in excruciating pain and no one comes to your aid. And I'm not saying you do things like people just did and we read about in the news. You don't even have the patience anymore to deal with people because of technology. Do you know what people do? They take it out on the people that surround them. They take it out on people next to them, and they were not at the other end of the call. We have disconnected the nation from humanity. Humanity is what makes the world go round. Humanity and understanding, did you have a bad day today? It's okay. This is the problem that we're having. And the Bible says the love of mankind shall wax very cold. We are dealing with a very cold nation because we're living in a technology generation. Anything that you want to know about anybody, you don't even have to ask. You just go to technology. And so I think some of the things we have to reconsider. Have you ever called the call center and they don't even want to talk to you? They just keep kicking you to the queue, kicking you to the queue, kicking you to the queue because nobody wants to be bothered with you. You call your supervisor, they don't even want to talk to you. I'm dealing with a situation now with water with Mecklenburg County. They don't even want to talk to you till I call some good friends. Humanity is no longer what it is. It's supposed to be a world full of people who are touching, caring, and concerned. And I even say this, and I know you're going to take what I'm going to say, but take it anyway. I don't care. If you want to show a world of color, we've got to show the world in color. I say it all the time. If you want to show a world of color, we have to show the world in color. I believe that humanity needs to be revamped. And I think some of you need to just say, technology is doing more harm than good. There are people that you meet on a day-to-day basis that are angry. They got the wrong information. Nobody would talk to them. I'm frustrated. And you know what happens? It's that slightest thing. That's the needle that causes everything to crash. There is something that I use in counseling called the feather effect. And so since someone said you walking heavy this morning, Yolanda, I'm honored to serve. There is something that God gave me called the feather effect. You want to hear it? Well, this is what it is. I use this in counseling. The feather effect is like you watch Sylvester and Tweety, right? It's good. Click, tag, and share. You watch Sylvester and Tweety, or you watch that the coyote is chasing BB, the road runner. He's chasing. And all of a sudden, to divert the road runner, to divert the coyote, the road runner will take an anvil. He'll drop it. He'll take a piano. He'll drop it. He'll take a refrigerator. He'll drop it. And the coyote is holding all of these things. You're the coyote. The pressures of life, it just keeps getting thrown at you and thrown at you and thrown at you. And then you go to the store and someone cuts you off. Do you know what happens? That's the feather that is dropped on all the weight that you're carrying. And then boom, society is now explosive. Nobody cares. There's a whole lot that I could say, but I won't say it because I know who watches me. Maybe I'll put it in the email. So many things I believe can be stopped if we really wanted to. What we have to do is we have to sit back and say, what is good for humanity? Not just what's good for the Republicans. Not just what's good for the Democratic. What is good for everybody? Sometimes we need to be bipartisan in the situation and say, what do we do to help better humanity? What do we do? What do we do now? That you mean to tell me that legislations can't agree to disagree and say we have a problem with humanity? Humanity did not sign up for this. It did not sign up for the feather effect, for someone that can't get their phone calls answered or their problems solved because you don't want to solve the problem. You're actually creating more of them. Why? Because of technology. I am saying to you, someone said people are like walking volcanoes, and someone said you're on point, Pastor, and they really are. They're walking combustible volcanoes because nobody would listen to them. Nobody would help them. They just kicked them into the queue. We are not designed for this, people. We're not designed to be pushed away. And you have to realize we're trying to recover from a pandemic. We're trying to recover from 3 years of not touching people. And even now being thrust into the new normal where you don't want to be bothered with people. They even have robots that'll come out with your food on a tray. We're not designed to live this way. We were not designed to live the way that technology has forced us all as humanity to live. We're not designed to be harsh. There are people going through stuff. There's gas prices. There are all these things that are happening in life. And we're trying to juggle it all. People are losing their jobs. But nobody is paying attention to this amazing word called humanity. Everybody matters. It's true. You matter. I matter. Everybody matters. But technology makes us all feel that we don't matter at all. You need to think about that. I think that if you think about it, I'll be 51. I just told my age because I don't care. I'm going to be 51 June 18th. And it's not for your happy birthdays. I'm just honored to serve another year. But I remember growing up in the 70s that you can go to the bank. You can't go to the bank now because they fired all the tailors. If I was eating McDonald's, we would go to McDonald's and we would sit inside of McDonald's and we weren't afraid. I remember when you could go to the park and the children would be playing. I remember that. I remember you could go to the doctor's office and it was humanity. But Einstein nailed it. He said technology is going to create a bunch of unhealthy, mentally disturbed. And unfortunately, the mental illness is something that we have to look at. We have to look at it because we have to take something serious. If you don't take anything serious at all, I think we need to look at healthcare. I think if you're dealing with a situation of any type of mental illness, I think if you know that as a child, label that child that there is something wrong and let that follow that child until they become an adult and somehow make it feasible for them not to be able to get themselves in certain situations if we could avoid it. So now you want to get the teachers to do jobs that police officers are supposed to do? It doesn't make any sense to me. And the problem is humanity. Humanity is the biggest problem at all. Greed comes from humanity. Saying that you're the wrong color comes from humanity. You're the wrong sex comes from humanity. Humanity is broken, and it takes us all to fix it. It's not hard in what I'm saying. I'm telling you the truth. Everybody's got to do their part. If you see something, say something. But nobody wants to say anything. They rather record your problems. No. Humanity needs to be fixed again. And who is going to fix humanity? I know the spirit of the Antichrist is in the earth. I'm a pastor, remember. I believe that sometimes we have to go back to character. When I was a little girl, here I go again. I have an arm, and if you judge me, I don't care. I'm used to people judging me and throwing me under the bus. I'm not going anywhere. This arm right here, you can't see it. It's strawberry shortcake right here. Right, she's right here. This is strawberry shortcake. This is Hello Kitty. This is a Care Bear. And so, yeah, I'm going to finish my sleeve. Well, my arm is an ode to all of the characters that I learned lessons from as I was a kid. Strawberry Shortcake used to say, take some time about your day to see what's nice about. Take some time along the way to see what's nice about today. She used to do that with Custer the cat, but I got the dog because I'm a dog lover. And she would say, take some time along the way to see what's nice about today. Hello Kitty, she wouldn't talk, but she had lessons. The Care Bears, they used to take their belly and they used to blow their bellies and hearts and flowers and all that stuff used to flow out, and they would go and they would just love on everybody. Even cartoons have changed. Do you know that cartoons today, they're dark? There's no lesson behind it. Not all of them. The Bubba Guppies, maybe yes. Yeah. Paw Patrol, maybe yes. You know, Dr. McStuffin, yes. But they even change how these kids see themselves. The cartoons have even changed. And so, how are some children going to learn the characteristics if they're not being taught? Not just in their home, but who teaches them? How, thank you so much, humble author. How is it that people are going to learn about characteristics? But everyone wants to fight about what's right and what's wrong instead of thinking about humanity. I don't have time to fight in churches, and I guess that's why people don't invite me to all of them, and I'm fine with that. But if I can push the fruit of the spirits in people's stomach, at least they'll be able to digest something good. Because the fruits of the spirit, I think that everybody should teach, whether you believe or not. Humanity needs to be revamped, and characteristics needs to speak. Humanity has to be revamped, and characteristics need to speak. I think right now we need to reconsider everything and everybody. I don't even want to be associated with evil people. I don't even want them around me. Because if you can't teach me anything to make me better for the people that I have to come in contact with on a day-to-day basis, you and I don't need to be friends. I think that everybody needs to do their part. And I think even some people, you don't even understand. I didn't know the young lady, but I felt a pull to call her. And when I turned the camera around, she just started crying. And I said, what you think I wasn't going to call you, baby? That move right there helped her. I just gave something to humanity. We live in a society where people are angry because of humanity. You can't get a therapist like you used to. They want you to talk to your therapist online. I'm not saying don't do it. Anyway, you got to do it. Go get help. I'm a pastor. I'm not like a lot of pastors. I'm telling you, have a Bible in one hand and a good psychiatrist in another. You need faith and you need works. Go find a therapist. Go find a psychiatrist. Even your children, they need a psychiatrist. What am I saying? I'm saying that this word called humanity is hurting. You can't go to church anymore. You can't go to parties anymore. You can't go to the grocery store anymore. And you can't even send your kids to school because of humanity. Nobody's paying attention anymore. You can say whatever you want on the book of faces. If your Facebook don't like it, you can go to YouTube. You can spread hate. No one's going to say anything. That's not the right formula to use when you're trying to get someone's attention. Mama used to say you can attract more flies with honey than you can vinegar. Try a little love. Oh, that's good. That's great. But even some of the greatest people who we found that walked in love are not here to say, I did love humanity, and it didn't end well for me. Dr. Martin Luther King, Mahatma Gandhi. The list goes on and on. I can even talk to you, baby fella. Yes, I'm educated. But suppose I told you, this is not a Democratic thing. This is not a Republic thing. This is a we thing. It's a people thing. And the world is seeing day after day the craziness and the conundrum of hurt people hurting people because of humanity. One more thing and then I'm going to let you go. Do you know that I scrolled and I scrolled and I scrolled and I stopped and I prayed and then I kept on scrolling. Right underneath all of these crazy things that's happening in the world, we have now been desensitized. The world has become desensitized. It's another one that happened. That's another one that happened. That's another thing. But we're just going to keep doing memorials. We're going to keep laying flowers down. Legislations. All right, let me break it down and then we can go. I hope that they keep it up, but they may pull it. May get in trouble, but let me say it. The Second Amendment right says we have the right to bear arms. I knew that was going to happen. It happens all the time when I start to talk about politics. But I'm still here. Yeah, I'm going to stay right here. I knew this was going to happen, so it's going to be good, right? All right, let me just say it before they cut me off. See, I have the problems that y'all don't have, but they won't give me my blue check. That's another story, but listen. The Second Amendment right says this, that you have a right to bear arms. That's the Second Amendment right, for those of you who don't know that. I understand that. Someone said, oh, Amy, I'm so sorry to hear this. And so I understand that. And so I'm not going to talk politics per se, but I'm just going to bring something to your attention. Miss Kemp, I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. And so you have to understand, during the Civil War and during not just the Civil War, the soldiers that went into war, they were from the ages of 16 through 21. And you had to go to war despite your age, despite you being 16. During the Civil War, at that time, they were considered men. And they would give you something called a musket. A musket. Someone said, say it louder in the back. Yes, a musket. They would give you a musket because at that age, you were of age to go to war. So which means that at the tender age of maybe 18, the law says that you can be that age because they bore arms during that time, at the age of 16, 17, 18. And so now those legislations won't change because those are constitutional laws that were laid down from the foundation. So now what happens is you now have these young kids, and all you got to do is just raise the age to 25. See how that works? You see how that works? Humanity needs a call to action. Humanity needs a call to action. You could help us protect our babies by just changing that one law. That one thing right there. All you have to do is just bump up the age and do something about it. Because we're tired of hearing about it. We want something done. I love you too. So what I'm going to ask on behalf of all of the people, of all the beautiful people, Miss Knight, that's just the way it is. We got to do something. I know people say that we vote and nothing gets done. We have to keep on voting. I'm tired, and I know you are too. I wish that I could run for Congress, but I won't be able to do that. But I believe that someone is going to come and say enough is enough. We've got to do something about we the people, and not just one type of people. I don't care who you are. Everyone will agree that we've got to do something about this word called humanity. I love y'all. I'll be here tomorrow. Bless you.